Alright, hey everybody, it's AntagonistKim, and we're back with more Disco Elysium. So, we kind of, we still roamed around the place to just look at stuff, because the city's so huge, guys. Well, we also went to the trash can. We were able to get the key from Gart the prior episode. We found our officer's clipboard, which is great. We also, behind here, we walked through here towards the garden area. There is some stuff we haven't yet investigated. We tried to talk to this kid. It was awful, just like this one. There is a back area where a man on the balcony maybe could have seen what happened to the hanged guy, so we have to find access to up there. We talked to a bookstore person, which was great. And we also talked to other townsfolk. We got a plastic bag thing now, so we can pick up trash. I was right here. There it is. I'm gonna... Oh, why won't it let me, the bag there now. There we go. So we can pick up garbage, collect, equip this to collect, tear from the streets. We'll leave that there for now. But anyway, and we also, found this beanie. We put it on, it gives us a good reaction speed. What else? I think that's really about it. I might just go straight into inspecting the body. By then it should be 1500, and I'm hoping we can get into the mess hall. We've already investigated this, I think, right?
What do you see?
Yeah, we've already done that. Okay. Let's, I guess let's investigate the body then. The ladder's for kids. It wouldn't hold up the weight of a grown man. Okay.
There he still is, looking right through you with his white eyes. The body below is entirely dedicated to that corpse smell. Emitting it is all it does now.
I mean, we had the +1 ammonia. God, I really hope we pass this.
The ammonia only makes it worse. The combination forces tears out of your ducts. You manage to keep it in once. The second time, not so much.
Damn,
when
that
the
sucks.
vomiting is done, your cheeks are wet with tears.
These kids are gonna make fun of me again. The ammonia didn't help at all.
Nor does the wind right now.
You feel the lieutenant pat you on the back
The
rhythmically.
weight is reassuring, like a crenel on solid fortification. Pat, pat, pat.
I've seen strong men turn themselves inside out for hours. You are facing tough odds here. Alcohol withdrawal makes it considerably harder.
Why can't I keep it in as if I've been a cop my whole life? This is bullshit. I don't want to do this shit anymore. I don't want to be a cop. Can't we do something else? I think I want to solve something else now. Why can't I do this?
I've seen captains puke their guts out. It never gets easier. You never get used to the smell. Every Monday is cadaver day. Throw up, investigate. Throw up, initial autopsy. Throw up, bag it.
You pat your back again.
Then drive to the station. Maybe throw up on the way there if you didn't bag the thing tight enough.
You seem to be fine.
I think I've lost my sense of smell.
There's a pause.
A white lie.
Not being hungover helps too.
Can we do something else? There have to be some way we can solve
That's
this.
probably a good idea. Clear our head. But before we can do that,
He withdraws his hand from your back and looks you in the eye.
you need to get your shit together.
I don't want to... Okay.
We should go talk to the locals. Find something else to do while the wind changes. It's pretty bad right now.
You've gained a thought. When this dialogue is over, go to your thought cabinet and
Give it half an hour. Get yourself together. Then come back and have another go.
Okay, so it still gives us a chance. Alright, good. It's about the same, man. Come on. Volumetric shit compressor. Okay. Temporary research bonus, 30 minutes to do. Your shit is apart and it's rather unbecoming of a cop and a human being. It's supposed to be the opposite of that, together. Compressed in a small area to achieve a solid level of shit compression. Squeeze your butt cheeks together for 30 minutes. Do something similar with the two hemispheres of your brain. Talk to people, maybe this will help. Let's internalize that. Okay, well, not exactly what I planned in the beginning of the episode, but sure. Equip and complete volumetric shit compression slot first. Okay, so let's go and talk to Gart about what the trash can stuff, I guess. I think it's 1,500 hours. Those people should be in that mess hall. We might investigate that back lot again if we think we have time after Gart. Maybe we should go into this area. I don't know. Kind of at a loss for words. It was a very low chance, but it is what it is. I always remember I told you guys this was all... Oh. Who's this guy? Hey there, my dude. It's all about money, you know. Okay. Alright, let's talk to Gart again.
Can I help you?
Here's your trash container key.
Thanks. I hope you found what you were looking for.
We actually found the victim's clothes.
How strange. I certainly didn't put them there.
Maybe you don't remember putting them there. Maybe you were sleepwalking or in a fatigue state. Could someone on your staff have put them there?
Sylvie had the keys before I got here, and I can vouch for her. I can vouch for all my stuff. None of us would tamper with the crime scene.
But who else has keys to this container?
The trash collection service, CS Municipal. I don't see why they would put anything in the trash, though.
Ah, the elusive CS Municipal. I doubt we'll be able to track down who was sent here last and when. This will have to be one of those little threads that solves itself down the road. Thank you anyway.
Alright, well, yeah, I'm not gonna piss him off. We're already on his side. By the way, I'm gonna sing karaoke here.
Absolutely out of the question.
Absolutely in the question. First we find a sad banger. Then we sing this place to shit. Your body is ready, sire.
Okay. Good grief, guys. We are just... really want to sing that stuff. Okay, who else has unauthorized access to the whirling trash? Find this person and you'll know who tampered with it. This may take a while. Or we have to ask that stupid kid. I don't want to talk to that kid. He's garbage. Should we see if we can wake up this worker? He's kind of a different guy we haven't talked to yet. See if he can give us some information. I know I've been putting off doing that.
Is in a deep slumber.
Plus when Ruck is talking to Gart. I mean, sure.
There is only one way to awake this bone idol from his slumber. Roar like a hurricane. Rip the buildings from the earth.
Sure, let's just scream at this guy.
Why the yelling, man?
The 30-something man slowly lifts his head and gives you a pensive look.
Looks like a Sow descendant. A lot of Sow dock workers around.
You're alive. You looked out for a long count there. I just wanted to see what would happen if I yelled.
Wait, what? No, he was just sleeping. What do you want, officer?
Why are you sleeping here while the others are out striking? Ooh, there's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff we can ask. I'm not gonna ask him that. Tell me about the Wild Pines. Points to the writing on his overalls.
That's the name of my employer. I work in logistics.
Okay.
He doesn't sound too enthusiastic about this.
How's that going?
How's it going?
The dock worker lets out a big yawn and stares at the cafeteria terrace doors. Some fingerprints glisten on the glass.
Haven't you noticed what's going on outside?
Of course, the total madhouse. I'm not sure what you mean. I've almost been outside of this building. Of course, it's total madhouse.
Good. Then you understand the gist of it. We would all be better off without the employers and their employment.
Okay.
For one, I can get some goddamn shut-eye. Right to sleep, I say.
Why are you sleeping here while the others strike?
Nate got it. Messier's got it. He's guarding the gate. I'm just getting some sleep. Or was.
Okay, do you know who's behind organizing the strike?
We are. The workers. The union. We know what we need. what's right for us.
Alright, I guess that makes sense somehow. You mean there's no leader?
Okay, I guess there's also Everard. He's in charge of the Union. He's smart, knows how to negotiate. He's got our back.
Okay, what about the dead body in the yard?
Yeah, what about it?
You seem cool with it. Do you know how many of these hanging from... Wait, do you have many of those hanging from the trees here? I'm just trying to find out what you know about it.
You know, people die here every day. Someone's found in a ditch, another one falls in a manhole, a third one gets eaten by stray dogs.
He respites.
If someone has decided to die on top of a tree, then how is it my concern?
Someone has to look into it. Looks like I'm that someone. Tell me what you know. Well, little point asking about the body then. Well, no, yeah.
I can tell you this. Trouble's ahead.
What trouble?
You heard what I said. Draw your own conclusions. That's all I know, and I prefer to keep it this way.
The lieutenant gives you a little nod, then makes a note in his blue notebook.
Okay.
So Union people think he was a killer, he thinks. Even sleepy hair. This doesn't help a lot, but it's something. Good work, detective.
Okay. Yours points at the bottle of the spilt rum.
Indeed. Help yourself to some. Wait. No. Oh, it's empty. Sorry about that, pal.
That's alright. I'll let you sleep, pal.
The dock worker doesn't answer. His head is already back down on the table, in sweet sleep.
Okay. Let's head out. We have a wee bit of time. Our other things should be done as well. Let's go. Where do we think we want to go? The other area is where, like, the actual strike is, so I don't know if we want to mess with that. We could try to jump for our jacket again. Or we did have another small thing here, too. Let's go back up and around since we got time. It was over here. Let's mess with this. We already talked to that kid who was no help. That we cannot open. What was this? Another splattering of bullet holes. Got it. Okay. What was this? This was the thing I wanted to hesitate on. Is a closed door, but you look at it suspiciously. Okay, I might consider trying that jump again. Let's maybe go down this hall and see if we can get in here somehow. There has to be another way in, it said.
There must be another way into the building.
Okay.
It's been a week and now they show up?
Okay, nothing here, so let's keep it going. I guess let's investigate this blood area. Ooh, and there's someone here too. What's going on? There's a girl up there. Did she spill that paint? Ooh, is she the crazy one that has my gun? What is this? What is this?
Hey, up here, piggo.
Ooh, she might be the one. Rue de Saint Ghislaine, roundabout north. Cape Side Apartments. Oh, it's a sign. Got it.
Yeah, you better keep walking.
I'll deal with you in a second. What is this? Looks like there was more construction here once, probably decades ago. Okay. What is this? The belly of the boat shines like it was recently painted. What about this stuff? Cool shit I can take? Nice. What about this? Docking reserved for residents, Rue St. Ghislaine, 33A. Your room in the Whirling Rug isn't much bigger than that ship. Is it worth more than you'll ever earn in all your life? Okay, because the boat's like crazy. Hey buddy, how's it going?
A striking woman leans against the cabin top of her sailing boat, smiling as you approach. Her green raincoat glistens with droplets. A silk scarf is tied around her throat.
Joyce Messier.
Good afternoon, officers. I'm Joyce.
She extends her hand in greeting.
Joyce L. Messier. I represent the board of Wild Pines, the owners of the harbour. You gentlemen must be from the RCM.
She steps closer and holds out her hand over the railing. Joyce L. What does L stand for? RCM. What is that? I'm a little foggy. What gave us away? What does the L stand for?
Peyton, my maiden name.
Her bony hand dangles from the sleeve of her oversized raincoat. What gave us away?
Nothing, honestly. I've said it to every drunk in town, and you're the first one who's responded.
Relax. She meant it in jest.
I'm glad to see you here.
Her grip is tight and cold.
I was dispatched to handle a strike, not a lynching. Anything I can do to assist the RCM in this matter, I will. Gladly.
Okay, I mean, you're coming off as forward, but...
That is good to hear, madame. My colleague will take the lead on this interview. I should let you know that he is recovering from an unusual medical episode. Very unusual. But I can assure you of his ultimate competency.
Thanks for the coverage, Kim.
How interesting. I wish you a swift recovery. In the meanwhile, you have my full cooperation, and the full cooperation of the Wild Pines group.
Okay, let's lay on this old broad. You're on a boat.
Why, yes I am.
She looks at the deck under her feet. Green and white sails flutter aboard. Not a lot of people have boats, are there? Not a lot of people on boats, are there? Does she have a name? Do you have a license for the boat? I think I have a handle on the boat thing. Does she have a name?
The boat? No. It is called Cordelati 19, because that's the type of sloop it is.
Okay, but what kind of boat is that?
It's a pleasure craft. A 19 pacer. It also happens to be rated for Category 1 racing. Though these days I mainly use it for business.
How do you like it?
My sloop? I like it a lot. It's the eel's hips, baby.
Okay.
I'm enjoying this part of the interview. It has so little to do with the murder we're investigating.
Okay, relax, buddy.
I really do, the lieutenant thinks. Is she thrown off yet? He's looking at the woman, assessing her.
Do you have a license for the boat?
Officer, I assure you I'm a highly qualified pleasure craft operator.
The crowns of her teeth are porcelain, white as the boat's hull as she smiles. Her nonchalance might be related to something called the Wayfarer Act, a law that says she doesn't need a license. Sly fox, you're not aggressive enough to harass her further on this.
Okay, I think we have the boat
Good.
handled. Tell me about the Wild Pines. What do you know?
What we do? I'm afraid I don't speak for Wild Pines as a whole. It's a giant undertaking.
There was a touch of discomfort there. She wants to merely represent.
So what do they do?
The Pines' core competency is logistics. Container shipping, freight, that sort of thing. See those airships there, blinking? Those are the shipping side of things.
Okay.
And that is the terminal. Another subdivision deals with energy, oil and gas exploration, offshore platforms.
Okay, so oil drilling,
The
interesting.
Wild Pines Group is one of the original Revacholian Indo-tribes. Companies awarded royal monopolies by the king, the suzerain himself, centuries ago. The king is long gone, but several of the Indo-tribes remain.
Who are the other Indo-tribes?
Son Baptiste, Elysium, an unknown entity known as Brightest Star.
You're in good company, it seems.
Why, thank you.
She does not register the real meaning with the remark. How much money does Wild Pines have?
I'm not at liberty to discuss the company balance sheet, but I can tell you that last year, the company booked more than 20 billion real in revenue.
Wow.
20 billion is a large number, but the conglomerate employs 72,000 people. They all need to be paid. Then there are capital improvements, interest payments.
A wave hits the sloop. She gasps at the mainstay for
A
balance.
conglomerate the size of the Wild Pines is like a shark. If it stops moving, it will die. Then what becomes of those 72,000 families? It's a tremendous responsibility.
Where do the Wild Pines get the billions, though? I can't imagine that's all purely through the shipping.
They started as an exploration and cargo fleet conducting trade between the Samaran and Insulindian Isolas 250 years ago, when pine ships explored the South Seminese and charted Lomantang on behalf of the suzerain. Centuries of care, deliberation, and madness have gone into this endeavor. Vessels pass through the great unrest to re-emerge with apricots in tow. The logic of the system is totalizing. It's taken everything from its employees to build it.
Okay, but why does such a huge system really want to be associated with a place like this?
You mean aside from being the terminal's legal owners, who are responsible for moving 8% of the world's cargo?
8% of all the world's cargo? That's quite the endeavor. You don't keep it moving, the dock workers do. The company is nothing more without them. Is that all, really?
There are no minor cogs in the system. Each terminal must be accounted for, lest the entire system break. Every hiccup in such a system means thousands lose their jobs, the world over. I'm here to assure that doesn't happen.
With your help, hopefully, says her warm tone.
What can you tell me about this strike?
Everything. Right up to, but not including, trade secrets.
Wait, what if I want to hear about the trade secrets? What is your role in this precisely? What trade secrets?
First, you'd have to repeal the Emergencies Act of Trade in Elements. That gives me the right to silence. It's quite the octopus.
The octopus, I will certainly slay it.
Good luck is only kept in place by the vested interests of half the civilized world, including your own.
What the ma'am means is that the Emergencies Act and the RCM both get their authority from the coalition government.
Okay, which I think are also the guys that run the trash can company, unironically.
You'd be shooting yourself in the foot, in other words.
We'll leave it be.
But I am derailing us. You wanted to know about the strike.
Yeah, what is your role exactly?
I believe the official title is Senior Labor Negotiator. In practice, I'm a grocery clerk. I relay the union's demands to Wild Pines and return with Wild Pines' counteroffer.
Okay.
And how are the talks going?
They're not. That's the problem. The union stopped all negotiations a week ago, after that awful lynching took place. Now they won't even let me into the harbour. There's a 2-meter-20 racist behemoth blocking the gates.
Tell us more about this behemoth?
What can I say? The union employs a giant covered in tattoos. A racist giant. I guess that's part of their big tent organization now.
So maybe, what are they calling them? Claver? The leader of the union strike people? Maybe that's the person she's referencing. Bear in mind, the Wild Pines group and this lady, the guy that's hung in the tree right now, was a guard to one of their people. Maybe hers, we'll have to see. How were the talks going before the lynching?
Let's say I was not making the kind of progress I'd hoped for when I first arrived.
Okay.
And when did you first arrive?
I arrived 3 weeks ago. Yes, in the middle of February. The bay was still partially frozen then. I prefer to do these things on site, like the RCM.
But the strike began in December.
He looks at his notes.
I wasn't the original negotiator here. I took over after Mr. Gaumont hit a wall with Mr. Clare, the union boss. Mr. Clare refused to speak with Gaumont despite concessions he'd granted the union in prior negotiations.
This isn't the first time the union has gone on strike.
Heavens no. There have been 2 prior strikes. Both times the union won significant concessions, including overtime pay and a medical plan. This time their demands are more, I guess you could say, aggressive.
Ludicrous even. It's meant.
Okay, what happened to this Gaumont?
Mr. Clare told him to... How did he put it?
She pauses to compose herself.
Fuck off, midget. Gaumont is short of stature, you see.
Okay then.
Yes. Keep in mind, this is a negotiator Mr. Clare has worked with before, and who was more than fair with him and the union.
So what are their demands exactly?
There are leaflets everywhere, and banners. What did they say again? Oh yes, every worker, a member of the board.
Most of the workers probably don't know what that means.
I don't know what to think about that. Over-aggressive, commie posturing. Seems like they have no idea about business. Yeah.
In its defense, another said, demand democracy. Pretty tame stuff compared to every worker, a member of the board.
Most of them probably don't know what that really means.
Fortunately, they explained it. Every time the Wild Pines group makes a decision about anything, it needs the signature of each of the 2,200 workers in its Martinez terminal. Just so you understand, this is but one of 22 terminals owned by Wild Pines. Essentially, not only are they kings of the company, they are also kings of the 72,000 employees of Wild Pines Group.
And what are you going to do exactly?
I'm not sure. Naturally, I assume that was just their opening position, a hard-nosed tactic with a side of mockery. But there's been no follow-up, just the same nonsensical slogan repeated over and over again. And now, people are getting lynched, I hear. Behind the whirling in rags. A disastrous situation if there ever was one.
Excuse me, from whom did you hear about this lynching?
I first heard it from the boyar at the gates. The one whose very name advertises his aversion to work. I think he said it was, "Call me mañana."
This checks out.
So hold on, wait. I first heard it from the boya at the gates. Her reply comes quick. The one whose very name advertises his aversion to work. Does she mean the guy selling... No, that can't be right. The guy that's selling the goods by the dock? The scabs at the gate, did you put them there? Tell me about the union boss. Hold on.
The scabs?
She raised her
You
about
mean
you.
the huddled masses of Jamrock, come to plead for work where the union refuses to. If they were organized by Wild Pines or its affiliates, then it would be a company secret. I could not share it with you. Not right now, at least.
Okay.
It's implied. She's open to discussing this matter with you at a later occasion.
Okay, tell me about this union boss.
Everard Clare is a man of the utmost integrity. If you can say one thing about him, it's that he always puts the interests of the workers first.
Okay, really?
Of course not. Everard is fantastically corrupt. I imagine he has a thick, viscous goo where you and I have blood.
Is he truly that bad?
He is the most corrupt individual I have ever seen, and I deal with men like him for a living. If there is anyone more venal, more irredeemably nepotistic, then it's his twin brother, Edgar.
Oh, so there's two of them?
Yes. Edgar looks exactly like his brother, except for that lazy eye. He also talks exactly like Everard does, and when one's term as foreman is up, the other takes over.
Interesting.
It's how they circumvent the term limits, you see, with a funny little switcheroo. While in office, they've embezzled God knows how much of their workers' dues.
What about the union itself outside of the brothers, then?
The Débardeurs Union was once a perfectly normal institution. 20 years ago, anyway. It must not have been easy to establish under the Emergency Act, but they did it. I can respect that.
Okay.
Organised labour at its best, as they say. Then something happened in the local chapter elections. The brothers Clare came and transformed it into a... how do you say?
She hesitates, looking for the right expression.
A mob. The Débardeurs are a crime syndicate. Sad as it may be, I suspect we'll be forced to cooperate with them.
Refreshingly honest, officer. The company has tried appeasing in the past, but I'm afraid our concessions have only emboldened Everard and his brother.
She turns to you.
And your opinion, detective, if I may ask. I'm a curious and talkative person, you see. Would you say the Debardeurs Union is...
An effective advocate for local wingmen, a giant leech sucking the life out of Revachol, basically a socialist mob? I prefer not to have opinions. I mean, it sounds like these brothers are pseudo-brainwashing the workers and then pseudo-using them to bring in illegal things, which they then probably sell to get more money. So, yeah, they're probably a giant leash sucking the life out of Revachol.
Indeed. And a hungry one. Sadly, Wild Pines have cooperated with what amounts to a crime syndicate for 2 decades. However much you feed the leech always hungers.
Okay, one more thing. You said something else happened in the elections. What was it?
I'm glad you asked. There was a woman, the previous forewoman of the Union. She disappeared.
Disappeared?
Yes. On the last day of the local chapter elections, her daughter phoned in and said she wasn't running anymore, or coming to work. Ever. End of story.
That is strange. Like, maybe that wasn't actually her daughter and that she might be dead. Some kind of extortion, maybe? I mean, it could.
Indeed. The company suspects foul play, but there's nothing they could do. It was a union matter. The point of the presentation is, these kinds of things happen around the Clares. Watch out when you're dealing with him.
Thank you for your concern, ma'am. We'll be just fine.
Okay, well, that's all we need here. Let's change the topic.
Of course. How else can I help?
What can you tell me about the lynching?
Quite a few things, I'm afraid.
She falls silent for a moment, contemplating something.
The information I'm to share with you includes sensitive trade secrets. For the sake of my employer, I have to ask for your names and badge numbers.
Oh, shit.
Of course, ma'am. We should have introduced ourselves. I am Lieutenant Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. And this is my colleague from Precinct 41. I'm afraid he doesn't have his badge at the moment. I hope mine will suffice.
How curious. Why is that, Detective?
Remember when my partner told you I'd recently suffered from an unusual mental episode? Well, I lost my badge related to that.
I see. So, are you saying you lost your badge during the course of this episode?
Yeah.
I can't hear you, darling. Speak up, please.
I could have eaten it for all I know. I don't remember anything. This world, this city, nothing. God, it's possible after a night of drinking I lost memory of all my life in the world. Oh, God. It's going to force me to say one of these.
Oh, dear. Some kind of encephalopathic amnesia. I don't even know how to respond.
There's no need, ma'am.
I do believe you, naive as that may sound. I simply can't imagine what you gain by faking such a condition.
As I said, ma'am, his technique may be very unconventional, but he is an officer of the RCM.
Of course, I sympathize, but I'm afraid I simply can't share anything more until I've seen that badge.
Damn.
She's a professional negotiator. She should be open to some sort of mutually beneficial arrangement.
We can sympathy for the amnesia. How do I negotiate my way out of this?
She's a negotiator. Just float a favor at her. Insinuate.
Okay, surely there's some other way to demonstrate our law enforcement credentials.
I will be frank with you. If I'm going to break protocol, I need to be able to justify it to my superiors. They're going to want to see something very tangible.
You're in, but expect her to drive a hard bargain.
Like what?
Reports from inside Terminal B suggest it's a hub for the local drug trade. This is an open secret in Martinez. The Union controls the terminal, so it goes to reason.
They're profiting from this trade.
Okay.
The company has tried looking into this matter before, to no avail. Perhaps someone with your authority and resources might turn over the right stones. Or you can recover your badge. Though if I may be blunt with you, it sounds like that may be a lost cause.
Detective, a word in private before we continue.
Excuse me for one moment. What's going on?
Wow, you work hard.
I do?
Oh, yes. You hustle. You're a provider. It's tough out there, but you keep it real and provide.
Yeah, I guess I do.
Oh, yeah. Like a horse. A workhorse. For hard work.
Okay, but what hard work are you implying?
Look at yourself. You're a human pedometer. You must have walked 200,000 steps down cracked asphalt, mosaic, sand, and linoleum after you re-emerged.
All right, where are you getting at,
That
Saddlefair?
is the sign of a hustler who never gives up. The world is harsh and people are evil. You didn't make it that way, and you won't let it break you. You ride.
Hell yeah, we ride till we die.
That's just what it's like. Life and death. But you got gills on your side, baby. Got those black papers with the faces of the innocents on them. You bring in the Franco-Negros and the Solas. It ain't easy, but you do it. Day in and day out. You didn't make the rules, but you won't lose. You're a cop and a sprinter and a money printer.
Can't say I didn't make the Celine guy give some of his money either. Oh, and then there's pawning stuff off at the suspicious Roy guy. Yeah, we've got
Can't
mine.
say that. You shook him. You're a killer. A shark.
Oh, and there's maybe some stuff we could pawn.
Yeah, you're in the sales business. Shake 'em for shit and then pawn it off. Law officer style.
I guess we got some gills after all.
Sure. And has it been easy? Is life easy? Have you not gone into cardiac arrest? Are you not about to have an anxiety attack or shoot yourself in the mouth? But you still hustle 24/7, ride or die. Are you rich?
I mean, not really, but you know, mentally I'm rich.
Get out of here. You're a pauper. You work harder than anyone. Almost rode yourself to the grave, and you're still practically a hobo. Why is that?
It's because of that Gart riding my ass. The system is broken. There's a market for corrupt cops out there, but the immigrant cops have price dumped it. Fucking taxes, man. I don't know why am I so poor. Man, the system really is broken. I'm not getting paid for shit.
Boo-hoo. The system is broken. The establishment is keeping me down. That's not the fuck yeah attitude you're used to. What is this? Why are you so poor?
I don't know, man.
Because of the taxes. G-Man's got his jam-covered sticky fingers in your pocket, stealing from you every time you buy, sell, walk, talk, fart, so much as sneeze. Aren't taxes almost non-existent in the Gossamer state that is Revachol?
I thought there were no taxes.
You and I both, but they got those indirect modes of taxation. Sales tax, excise duty, extraction tax. This tax that doesn't even have a name. Plus, there's the stuff people in other countries pay for that makes them ask for more money from you here. The Gossamer state's a myth. In total, the coalition government is taking
Oh, God.
98% of all your money.
No fucking way. I guess I'm a free market fundamentalist now. Are you sure? That seems like a pretty big number. This isn't helping me solve my money problem. It's only making me to a free market type. Oh, God.
Here you go, hustler. Fight the righteous fight. Free the people. Keep it real. Keep it street. Keep foaming at the mouth furiously on the tax issue.
Damn, dude. What's going on here?
Volumetric ship compressor.
Nice.
Bizarre scientific news from Revachol West today, where a police officer's shit has been observed at a pressure of around 495 gigadecimals. These metallic hydrogen levels of shit togetherness were thought to exist only at the center of collapsing stars, not law officials. It remains to be seen how long the shit singularity lasts.
All endurance white checks unlocked. Learning cap for endurance raised to 4. Okay, nice. Ooh, indirect modes of taxation. We get -2 to empathy for cold-bloodedness, the 5th in doctrine. I mean, we're almost done with that, so honestly, let's just keep it going. Can I, why can't I internalize this? Do we need to wait till it's done? Do we need to forget these now? Okay. Okay, we found out more information, so now we just gotta inspect the body. There's more information. We just have to find her badge or solve this other crime for her. Okay, Gart is being told unruly men gather in the Union Mess Hall. They're not here today, but likely to show up. Keep an eye out for them. See, that's what I'm worried about. I think they're going to be there right now. Oh, and Kim, what's up, buddy?
This is not going quite as I hoped it would, Detective.
The lieutenant's voice hushed. How did you hope it would go?
Honestly, I was expecting you to use your unorthodox technique to keep her off balance, and not volunteer us to be her henchmen.
Oh, so we're henchmen now? Really, I thought it was going so well.
This woman is running circles around us. She might have known about your misplaced badge all along, or she's simply an adept improviser. Either way, we've played straight into her hands.
Maybe this is all her plan. She might have heard about you.
The company must have more ground on the ears than I thought. She could have known about my condition. What do you propose we do? Don't investigate the drug trafficking? We could just, find my badge. Let's just get back to her then.
I wouldn't go that far. Her reaction did come off as sincere to me. I think she's just quick to adapt. She's a professional, after all.
What do you purposely say we don't investigate drug trafficking? We could also just find my badge, too. Let's just get back to her, then. Unfortunately, we gotta finish this conversation.
Good. What can I help you with?
You seem smart. I need someone to give me a lowdown on this reality we're in.
Yes. Reality?
She pulls her hood closer around her neck.
Yes, reality is your side case. An experimental side case.
I'm conducting a personal investigation into the world I find myself in. It's related to the trouble remembering most of my basic terms in reality. No time to explain. Just give me the lowdown. Actually, now's probably not a good time.
How truly curious. A sort of philosopher detective.
My theory is that this inquiry into the nature of reality will ultimately converge with our murder investigation. They are really one and the same. Actually, that's not why I need you to give me... Yeah, I think they're connected.
Are they now?
Then it cocks one eyebrow.
A deep synthesis. I'll assist you however I can then. Go ahead. Ask.
Nice.
All right, we're in. I know these all look good, but begin with the first, okay?
Where are we?
We're in Martinez, baby.
And what is Martinez?
Martinez is a district of Revachol. A very small district tucked away near the industrial harbour, north of the 881 and Jamrock. You would be excused for not knowing about it. Unimportant, they say. Forgotten, even. Shelled to smithereens during the Revolution. It has its charms, just not this time of year.
You mentioned the sea, Okay, that's Martinez. What's Ravachol? Tell me about another, perhaps more fundamental aspect of reality. I mean, in theory, we kind of know about this stuff, but what else could she know?
I'm not a good ambassador. I've only been here once before, as a teenager. Not a lot has changed. There are ruins, a terminal, fishing boats, reeds, boys with boxy shoulders. This place used to be a province, a workers' resort before the city swallowed it and the artillery did its work. The reeds are the real star of the show here now. The further down the coast, the wilder it gets.
Yeah, you mentioned the sea?
It's not really a sea, it's the Bay of Revachol. And the bay feeds into the ocean.
We're near the ocean?
Yes. We're on an island in an ocean, the world's largest body of water, the Insulindic.
Known to the early Revacholians as Les Immensités Bleues, the blue immensities, vast, lukewarm and unknowable, flowing in and out of sight.
So what is the name of this island?
Caillou. Imagine a pebble. A smoothed-over pebble amidst a great blue sea, misshapen, cracked. The cracks are the river Esperance. We're in the delta of this river, on the 6th branch, the Martinez distributary.
It is clear this pebble is of enormous value to her, and to humanity at large.
And that's Martinez. What's Revachol? Tell me about... Yeah, what's Revachol?
Revachol? Revachol is what you call a city.
What kind of city?
The great kind.
As if it's self-explanatory. beyond patriotism.
What makes
A
Revachol
fact.
so great?
History, detective. They built this city to resolve history.
Okay,
Our
but
part in it, at least. Our centuries.
got it. But who built the city?
The nations of the Occident, or migrant workers from Semenine and Ile Marat, depending on your creed.
When was Ravachol built?
In the DeLorean century. 380 years ago.
And why will it resolve history?
They say it's where the terrible questions of our time will be answered. The tensions are highest, the fault lines deepest. By that I mean conflicts. Ideological conflicts. The stuff of men.
Okay, why here?
We are standing on a fertile, self-sufficient island able to sustain up to 200 million people. In the middle of the Insulindic Ocean. The world's connective tissue. It's where the money is.
Okay, so it's an unimportant part of an important place. We're pretty much the center of the world. So we're on a periphery, basically nobody. So we're an unimportant part of an important place.
I think it's fair to say so. Martinez is about
She points across the water where the skyscrapers rise.
22 kilometers from the center of the world.
We're getting
That
experience.
soldering iron is the bank of the world building. The bottom floors are Insiacom. Coalition government, Insulindian Mission Command.
Look at the sea.
Silence. She lowers her hand. The water, the light. It's as though you're seeing it for the first time. There is no recognition, only the immensity of the sea and the cold radiating from it.
Where are we? I don't know any of this. Say nothing. Observe the large body of water.
She observes your eyes scanning the horizon, then breaks the silence. Slowly, this is one thought you need to complete. Where are you?
Was there something else you wanted to know? I remember something about a lowdown.
This has been informative. Thank you, ma'am. I'm sure my memory-impaired partner has many more questions to ask, about even more fundamental aspects of reality. Might I suggest not asking them all right now? Ma'am, Messier will be here later too, and tomorrow. Isn't that true, ma'am?
Absolutely. My commitment here is long-term.
You're right, Lieutenant. I'll continue later, but I want to know everything now. But I won't be lazy if I don't do it all right now. I guess so, because we need to get back to the mess
It's better
hall.
not to eat all your candy at once.
Got it.
Indeed. I'm always at your service.
All right, well, let's conclude for now.
Glad to have been of assistance. The little that I know. Of course, Detective.
Okay.
Lonesome, long way home. Here we go. Home awaits. Walk past Station 41 and through the market, past the Boogie Street spearhead to the other side of the lake, the frozen eye at the center of the district. Then past the video rental store on the corner. There, at the end of a street lined with pine trees, a small house no larger than a matchbox. 11 Voyager Road. You no longer live there. Those times are gone. And so are those people. Why did you come here? Why are you still here? And where's the dealer? You have to get back to work. That's all you have now.
Jamavu. Internalize. We can't internalize anything right now. Okay. Keep asking Joyce questions about reality or return later. She'll be here whenever you need the info. Okay, that's good to know. Only thing I have a question
You're
about,
back.
though.
Good.
You seem
What
rich.
can I help you with?
Can I have some money?
Is what you want to say, but it isn't that easy.
Why not?
Look at that lady. Take a gander.
What nice
Squint
fabrics.
your eyes, bub.
What nice fabrics. What lustrous hair.
A well-kempt, yet tastefully short bob of dark hair. Despite the first hints of grey, she's elected to keep it au naturel, shaped into a permanent wave, late 40s style, positively statuesque, while dull orange pearls hang from her earlobes, red from the cold. Her light green eyes scan you, full of knowledge and worry, wealth and all its possibilities. These are the kind eyes of the rich man that seem to say everything is possible.
Go on.
Within reason.
So?
Now look at you. You misery-clad simian, barely able to tie your own laces. Your armpits are lakes. A scythe of booze precedes you. Your hair sticks to your forehead, and your underwear feels uncomfortable. You're poor. Poor as balls. You can't ask this person for money. You're too...
Ashamed? I'm not ashamed. What is this feeling I've never felt before? I'm a goddamn working man. I'm not ashamed to shake this leech for some dough. As it should be for even considering it. This woman is... I'm a man. Yeah, I should make my own goddamn money by now. I guess we're ashamed.
Yes. You're too ashamed to ask this person for money. Too scared to belittle yourself in her eyes. Those half-precious stones of Odinil.
As I was saying, if there's any way I may be of assistance, please don't hesitate to ask.
Let's just leave. Damn. We're not gonna be able to pay Gart, man. We're only gonna give him like 15 freaking real. What a disaster. Alright. I imagine this girl is the one that bought that stuff, but let's go back to the, I don't remember if it's 1,500 or 1,600 hours, so I'm kind of in a bit of a pickle here. We got... Too bad it's so far away. Jeez, man. I'm really upset that I couldn't sell the other things, though. It was 1,600 hours, wasn't it? Let's head back. We're gonna talk to that girl. I think she has our stuff, so... That's kind of hard to run. I wonder if that bridge will eventually break. That's probably like my worst nightmare. Alright, what is this? Inside the framework, motorcycle and repair. Tools need to be used to dismantle things. Let's go.
A sturdy metal door guards the southwest entrance to the apartment building. It's locked.
Well, not.
The door rattles against your knuckles, but there's no response. The door rattles again, but this time you hear an elderly woman's voice calling out from inside.
Stop banging on the door! I'm not letting any more strangers inside.
This is... Hold on. Who am I speaking to?
Doesn't matter who I am. Now go on, get out of here.
This is the police. I'd ask you to open the door, please.
The police? Everyone knows the police don't come round here.
The hallway echoes and her voice cackles. Please let me inside. It's cold out here, but I'm not joking.
No, I already told you. I won't be responsible for any more strangers getting into the building. Go check the backyard door. Maybe someone there will.
She trails off, leaving the sentence unfinished.
Backyard door? There must be another entrance to the east.
Kim, tell her we're real policemen.
Madame, I assure you, we are real police officers.
He repeats it dutifully.
There is no reply. Just faint, sweeping sounds inside.
Okay.
Hey, up here, piggo. The streets will flow red once more. A great torrent rushing down Rue de Esperance. You wait and see.
This girl stares at the sailboat by the pier.
The streets will not flow red with anything. Who are you?
I'm Cindy the fucking Skull. What else do you want to know? Date of birth, blood type, the last time I was tested for Hep C.
We just want to know your name, little lady. No need to get defensive. Don't use that tone with me. I'm the law. Let's start with your blood type. Yeah, when were you last tested? just answer some questions. What about your name?
And here I was trying to be polite. Just can't win with you pigs.
Despite the sass, she puts the brush aside.
A brush? An artist? The red splatter is urban expressionism.
You keep looking off to the side. What are you looking at? What are you doing on the wall? Do you know anything about the recent murder? What are you looking at?
The lieutenant is desperately searching for another handkerchief.
Joyce is... she turns her head to the sea and nods towards Joyce performing a maintenance on her boat.
Hatred? Disgust? It's difficult to tell which of the two is more present in her girlish features. The woman on the boat does not notice her staring.
That is on her. Someone's got to keep an eye on her.
Ozon is an archipelago 2 days' travel away from Rivershore. Its moneyed residents, used to posh restaurants and upscale boutiques, rarely have reason to visit Martinez.
Right, you mean Joyce?
On a first-name basis with her, are we? Piggy's moving up in the world.
Hold on. What's Ozon?
It's where they grow whores like her. And they're whoremen.
Why the negativity?
Have you got a crush on her? Aching for an opportunity to defend her honor.
What's up with the wall?
Can't you tell? I'm painting a beautiful mural, an aereo graffitio visible from low orbit. I haven't really started it yet. I'm waiting for the right words.
She studies the wall, suddenly pensive. So you don't know what to write? Why are you so committed to defacing the building? I have an opinion on this. Want to hear it? So you don't know what to write?
Have you ever tried your hand at graffitio? When faced with a blank wall, most people write unimaginative stuff, like pigs go home and Mona was here. We rarely see pigs round here, though. Just union cats. And my name's not Mona, so...
I have an opinion on this. Do you want to hear it?
Yeah?
I love public art. Don't mind us. Keep doing what you're doing. I'm gonna have to stop you. This is a hooliganism. Actually, I don't have much of an opinion. I lied. Actually, I mean, if it's what you want to do, I need to get on this girl's bad side.
Thanks. I'm sure the inspiration will come to me now that I have an official RCM stamp of approval.
She means the opposite.
Do you know anything about the murder, Cindy?
I ain't no snitch, pigstein. Go forth and forage in someone else's shit. No shortage of squealers in these parts.
Actually, there is a shortage of people who talk to us in a normal, calm, informative manner.
We weren't put on this earth to make your life pleasant, fucko.
Is there a way I can appease her for something
The
else?
lieutenant is desperately searching. Hatred? Disgust? It's difficult to tell with the woman on the boat.
That is on her. Someone's
I'm
gotta
just curious
keep
if I
an eye
appeased
on
her, will she,
Ozon is an archipelago.
On a first-name basis with her, are we? Piggy's pig's not half as dumb as he looks.
So I kind of got her approval there, but I was curious if it opened up another thing.
Watch your back, ungulate. You've got eyes on you.
Interesting. I'm just curious. I have a feeling, I mean, she's not necessarily as crazy as one would expect. I thought personally that she was maybe the crazy one the pawn guy was talking about, but... And there has to be another way in. Is it this way? It's this way, right?
There must be another way into the building.
Can we talk to that guy?
You see a young man on a balcony nursing a cigarette. His eyes have been following you for a while.
Not looking for any trouble, officer.
He says in a quiet voice, despite the cold, his shirt hangs unbuttoned to his frame.
It's the voice of someone who has something to hide, my liege.
You're hiding something. Speak up. This is the police. No trouble for me. I just want to know what's going on here. Yeah.
I don't want to be seen talking to the gendarmerie, if that's okay. I just want to finish my cigarette.
Don't let him go. This could be your witness. The balcony has a great view of the whole thing.
Come on, man. We really could use your help.
Is it really that important?
He asked, adjusting his shirt.
Like a nervous cat, He keeps stealing looks at the neighboring windows.
All right, but make it quick. Once I finish this cigarette, I have to run.
Okay, can you tell me your name? Looks like you've got a good view of the whirlingig. Can you tell me what you can about the hanging?
I'd even go so far as to say that the view is a little too good, my dear gendarme. Do you have an estimate of when the body will be taken away?
We will remove the body as soon as possible. Now tell us, where were you last Sunday?
Oh. You had asked me that, didn't you?
Well, no.
Wait, is someone else investigating the lynching?
Wait, I'm pretty sure I didn't.
No, not you. Some more muscular type.
And when did you speak to this more muscular gentleman?
Luna takes out his little blue book and writes something down.
Last week? I don't know. Look.
He looks around the courtyard again. Rain powders on the windowsills and dead houseplants. Too late to do them any good.
It'll take more than rain to bring this place back to life.
You didn't answer the question. What were you doing last Sunday?
I had a friend over.
What kind of friend?
It was my Sunday friend.
What's your friend's real name? Did he see something?
He doesn't reply, gesturing no with his cigarette. Under the grey sky, the neighboring windows are streaked with rain.
Can you at least tell me your name?
My name? My name is Martin Martinez.
That's definitely not his real name.
Yeah, what's going on here?
No, of course not. Could you please lower your voice?
He scans the courtyard. It's silent, like the bottom of a well. Every sound captured and reflected back. All right, well, I guess we'll talk later.
We won't.
Okay, he takes one last drag of his cigarette before stubbing it out on the balcony.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I really need to get going.
Come on, dude. Please stay. Please get it. Yes.
This isn't the place or time for questions. Who knows who might be watching from the distance, hidden behind the curtains?
Hey, listen, lower your voice. I'm just trying to make things out, okay? Can we meet again somewhere else?
For a moment, the man on the balcony seems almost vulnerable. Something moves in the depths of his feline eyes, compassion, and a hint of understanding.
I am sorry, but I really don't have the information you're looking for.
His voice is soft and deliberate. With a flick of his wrist, he sends a cigarette butt sailing over the rail.
But, hold on, what's that? For a split second, his hand lingers, as though gesturing towards a stone placed right next to the front door. It's a sign.
Good luck with the investigation.
And he walks away. So does he just go back up? Okay. Oh, so maybe there'll be a key? Nice.
He's gone.
Luna puts away his notebook and turns to you. We should run after him, see where he went.
No point in running. Tenements like these often have multiple exits. If he doesn't want to talk to us, then he'll know how to hide himself.
So we just give up? You're probably right. He probably didn't have anything to do important to say, so we just give up?
He could be a witness. Him or his Sunday friend. Either way, we need to look into that muscular type who's asking about our case. He did leave us a sign. Did you see that? He wanted to draw our attention to that stone right over there.
The lieutenant nods towards a small rock with a soggy patch of grass.
If we find a way inside the building, we can ask around for his apartment.
Cool, let's do that then. Let's obviously get the key.
A stone, like any other, lying in a whirl of sleet and mud. Maybe there's something under it.
Let's turn it over.
There's a key beneath it, rusty from the dirt.
Yep, a key to the apartment building. Nice.
This must be for the front door. Pity doesn't have the apartment number on it. This building has many apartments, and the man can be in any of them.
So are we going to find the right one?
We'll just have to go in and see.
Put the stone back and leave. So does that mean we got the key? Ask around for his apartment number. So hold on. Did we get the key? Uh-oh, what was here? Interesting. Okay. So does that mean we can just open it now? Ah, we can. Okay. We're not going to do this just yet. Let's leave, because we're getting long in the episode as well. I want to see if 1600 is when we can do that other thing. Hold on. Come on. Sorry, it's hard to control the shift in this thing here. Alright, so we've got a lot of good information. I want to see if these guys will be here. Do we really want to sell this other stuff? I guess we could try? Or do we think there's other things that we missed that we could pawn off? I mean, I really wish it would just let me sell these cans. Is there something else that I'm missing here? It's almost 1600. Let's look around real quick. Maybe there's like a recycling thing? I didn't really see one.
The shine on these sunglasses lasts a lifetime, officer.
There are clothes inside. Cheap second-hand clothes, smelling of strangers' body odors.
Don't be shy. These are premium class clothes. Good quality fabrics, best retro design. Save the economy with your style, officer.
Save the economy? That sounds off.
Okay. Just want to keep looking here. Either that or I have to be missing something with that, let's go back. Nothing else really here that we can do much with. Okay. We're nearly time for that other thing. I'm not gonna be able to get this 30 bucks, am I? Unless I, like, shook up people. I'm gonna try this, other guy again. Oh, wait, we gotta go down here real quick. Let's go back and talk to the pawn guy one more time.
Hello again. How can I help you? Sure, let me have a look. Anything else you're thinking of selling?
How do I sell it? Oh. No, we're not gonna do that. Why won't it let us,
Another time, perhaps.
So why did it jingle here? So why, now that I'm holding it, can I sell it to him?
Hello again. How can I help you? Sure, let me have a look. Anything else you're thinking of selling?
I'm maybe just not figuring this out here.
Another time, perhaps.
What is that?
A typical Martinez streetlight sits among assorted floor and table lamps.
Okay. It didn't show up before, so I'm not quite finding what I want here. What is that? Butter sign again.
A rusting control panel. This panel usually closes the water lock. turning it into a bridge that lets you cross the canal. But there's a crashed salmon and butter sign in the way. Pulling the lever probably won't do anything. You pull the lever all the way up until the metal clicks against the contact pins. You hear a soft clunk. Then,
keep in mind, guys, this was maybe episode 2, so a few episodes back, we did try it. I kind of opted out because I'm like, I don't want to mess this thing up, but I decided just to go for it.
nothing happens.
Push it harder.
Nothing happens. A cold... A spring brings the lever back to its original position. You still need to close the water lock to get across the canal. Some other way. Wasn't there a sign over there saying functionality will be restored on Wednesday morning?
Okay. So we can come back Wednesday. It's of day 1. I haven't really checked. Man, that sucks. I really would like to know how the hell I can get rid of these things here, but it's okay. Let's see if those men are in here. Do you have anything new?
Hello again, sweetie.
Do you have any money?
Oh, sweetie, I heard your conversation with the manager about your financial troubles. When do you get your next paycheck?
I don't have... Wait, what is a... No, I haven't had any paychecks. God, will this work?
Try to force a tear out of your duct. Really rip into the whole emotional aggression thing.
Of course, I shouldn't have asked, you stupid me.
Officer, get a hold of yourself, please.
Sweetie, I'm sorry, but I think you need more help than I can give you.
You must be joking. Although our pay does sometimes feel like a joke.
It's not easy to assert your right to a decent living wage when you don't have a strong union behind you. Maybe you should talk to Everard, the union leader.
Interesting idea. This Everard sounds powerful. Maybe you can wrangle some coins out of his pocket.
Oh, no, I'm so sorry I don't have money for you. If there's anything else I can do for you, just...
Alright, Granny. It keeps showing this. Why does it keep showing this? Don't really understand that. Close the water lock on Wednesday. Okay. What a mess. Alright, well, I think I can confirm with Gart the time real quick. Ooh.
Can I help you? Another thing. Great. I love those.
So last time the mess hall reserved for the Union?
Yes, not the whole damn Union, thank God. Just the nastiest and loudest faction.
Okay.
They come here in the evenings. Dumb, unruly types. Think they're big shit. But they're good customers. They place big orders and always pay on time.
We should find out who this Lord faction is, occupying the booth. Loudness means talkative, and we need info.
Okay, how do we find them?
We don't. We have to wait. They'll show up sooner or later. Men get hungry, even men on strike.
You glance at the clock on the wall behind the manager. Huh.
It's after 1600. The sign is reserved for starting 1600. Why isn't anyone in the hall?
Good question.
He turns to the cafeteria manager.
They're probably getting drunk or protesting something somewhere. Or laying low after the, lynching.
Oh yeah, Gart? So why would you say that?
They probably fucking killed that guy or something, and that's why.
I have a feeling we'll make their acquaintance sooner or later.
Yes?
So about the money I owe.
Yes. Have you got it?
How much do I owe you again?
For the drinks? 30 real. Yes?
Okay. Alright, I guess. So, it's after, so it was 1600, I was right. So, I don't know if I want to just wait in here. We'll step out, and guys, I know it's been kind of crazy, but I think we will call this episode it. We did find out a lot more information from the madam and the boat, the girl with the graffiti stuff, obviously collecting more of our garbage. But yeah, so next episode, I'm hoping we can finally investigate the body. I might also try that jump one more time to see if we can get our detective's gear from that ledge. So anyways, bye guys. As always, I appreciate you. I'll see you in the next one.